In today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour of the vegetable plot here in November in the UK. Hello and welcome back to Growing Frugal, and if you've not been here before, on this channel we're all about looking at ways to live a simpler, lower cost life by growing food, by cooking creatively and looking at different ways that we can reduce our outgoings and live a happier, more peaceful life. And one of the most common questions I'm asked is, what have I got growing in winter? So it's pretty cold here in the south coast of the UK. It's middle of November now, pretty much. I've got in most of what I'll be growing in the winter now. I've still got a few spare seedlings as the slugs are chomping away as fast as I get my seedlings out. Some of them just disappear overnight. So we're still waging that war and I won't be beaten. So what I'm going to do is take you round a tour of the vegetable beds. So we've got large raised beds, 2 are covered with Enviromesh and 1 is covered with a very thick kind of polytunnel grade plastic. And then the final bed is the small 1 metre by 1 metre bed where I made the hooped hinged cover recently. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it somewhere so that you can see how easy it is, even if you're rubbish at DIY, to make some shelter for a few plants through the winter. And hopefully I'll have something to show you as we go on through, and you can see that you can grow a few leaves and get some really nice fresh food into the house right in the middle of a UK winter. And then as a bonus, I'll also show you my little discovery of how I'm using some plant supports to help me with the plastic covered raised bed that doesn't have a hinge. These are very hard to harvest from once you're in the middle of winter. It feels great when you're putting it on in the summer, but in the winter what you've got is very wet plastic, and there needs to be a way to kind of hold up that plastic while you do a bit of weeding and harvesting through winter. So I've made my little discovery and I'm really pleased with it, and I'll share that with you as we go around the beds. So let's do the tour and you can see what I've got growing. Let me know in the comments below what you've got growing, because I'm always looking for ideas on what to grow in winter. So don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more of these kind of videos, and give the video a like if you do like it. I really appreciate it when you do, so thank you. So let's go do the tour. So first up is the little 1 metre by 1 metre raised bed with the hinged cover that I made recently. So here we've got some winter marvel lettuce, and then at the front here we've got some red Grenoble, and I'm not sure if you can see here, but I've picked off a few leaves because the winter marvel is getting nightly slug damage, and the redder lettuce, the red Grenoble, is getting a lot less slug damage. So I'm quite optimistic that these will come through. They're doing pretty well already. And the other things I've got in here, I've got some spinach, which is not growing very fast, so whether it will survive, I'm not sure. And because I'm a little bit worried about that surviving, I've actually put in one of my spare winter chard seedlings, and I will pick it small and just take little baby leaves off to have in salads. And if the spinach doesn't survive, I'll let that grow a lot bigger. So we'll see what happens for that one. And then at the back here I've got some Japanese greens, and then I've got a golden chard here, which is looking very happy actually. And then I've got another of the pink chard, not quite so happy, a bit floppy. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm really happy with these seedlings. We have had some really cold nights already, and I used some fleece as well as the polythene cover over them, and everything is surviving so far. So that is bed 1. So and over to the main raised bed area, and this one's got enviromesh over it. So let me see if I can get that up so you can see. So in this end of the raised bed, this is the last batch of leeks, multi-sown, no dig, using Charles Dowden's method. And as you can see there, I've still got 3 healthy multi-sown bunches there of leeks, which I'll take out as I need them over the next few weeks. They've been fantastic, these leeks. And then in the rest of the bed, I've just planted some seedlings. So here I've got some kale and brassica seedlings of various kinds in this bed. Very small at the moment. We'll see how they get on. Down at the end there, I think you can just see that's my Spigariello. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, apologies. But this is that almost like a broccoli taste, but no broccoli heads. So it's a leafy green, doing really well. I'm getting some good harvests off it. I'll definitely be growing this again at this time of year. And then around the seedlings, what I've got here is primarily a mulch of sheep's wool. So this comes with a meat box that I order, and it makes a really fantastic mulch around the seedlings. And where I've run out, I've put some bits of cardboard down just for now, because I had so many weed seeds coming up. It was almost as if the compost I bought from the garden centre had literally been scattered with grass seeds. So I spent a long day yesterday slowly picking out grass seeds, and now I want all of this covering for now. Once we get further into winter, I'll take up these sheets of cardboard, but the sheep's wool will stay down, and I'll add some more sheep's wool when I get my next package ordered. I find this to be a really great mulch, so this will help keep everything clean and tidy and protect the soil a bit as we get lots of rain in the winter. And if we go into this second bed that's also got the enviromesh on it, and let me see where I can get in. We've got some brassicas in this bed. Now I've already had some eaten by slugs, so as some disappear, I'm putting some more in, and we'll see what, if anything, manages to survive. I think some of them will. Some of them are getting a little bit bigger now. And then down the end of this bed, I've planted 2 kinds of garlic, and one is I've replanted one of the garlic that I grew from last year. Not sure what variety it is, but it's already sprouted almost immediately. We've got the little shoots up. Planted these on the 30th of October, and then the second row, none of those have sprouted quite yet. So in itself, that's quite interesting. I'm sure they will come up, but maybe with this garlic being very acclimatised and super fresh, straight out of the loft and into the bed here, they've just immediately pushed up shoots, and I'm really pleased with those. So we'll see what happens. So that's this bed, mainly brassicas, a bit of garlic, and also some of my own seedlings, some Cavolo Nero. Now let's get this tied back down. So here we are in the polytunnel, and what I've got going in here is more of the Winter Marvel lettuce and the red Grenoble lettuce. And then we've got some chard, 2 kinds of chard. Then we've got some Japanese greens. And then down the end there, we've got another kale. We've got a little kale sitting there. And then down this end of the covered raised bed, got some rocket still going, managing to survive really well so far. And then the fennel that have been here a little while, you might have seen in my earlier videos, still growing, loads of frondage going on. Some of these are starting to fatten up down the bottom here. So we may even get some whole bulbs of fennel from this. And then what I've done is I harvested the rest of the black radish and the beetroot. And then along here, I just planted yesterday some more of my chard seedlings. These have been sitting a little bit too long in the modules, so they're a bit bendy. I'm hoping they're deep enough and will be secure enough to recover. But if not, we'll eat them as baby salad leaves, and they're all from seed, so no need to worry. I'll just put them in and keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best. So that's what we've got going on in the covered raised bed. So that's where I'm up to with the veg beds. So I upload every week here. So if you'd like to get notifications of my videos, remember to subscribe and to click on the little alarm button so that you don't miss any. And I'll hope to find a day like this again in December and give you an update on how the salad greens and everything else is going. So in the meantime, keep warm and I'll see you next time. My dog is causing me some grief today. He wants to be in on the video. And if you've not been here before, that's my dog knocking over the tea. Set away and growing. And last year I had these right through winter. Look at this little doggy here. You are just photobombing me, huh? Yeah?